Well, we begin here at a City Council committee debating mandatory penalties for illegal guns. And look, all hell breaks loose in council chambers. City police officers are called in, folks getting violent over violence. It's crazy. Lots of opposition to the year in jail for an illegal gun bill.
These places only exist in abundance in certain neighborhoods in the city, and typically they're in neighborhoods with people that look like me. We know that they have no choice but to enforce it that way, and that's another reason why this version of this bill is very bad.
Fighting about a gun law while Baltimore during the week records its 200th murder of the year. Folks, it's out of control. Jimmy Mathis.
Well, I think the 800-pound gorilla in the room is when it comes back to the judiciary. Why does this have to be legislated to begin with, and where is the accountability, and why are these individuals getting out with such short sentences?
Delegate Kurt Anderson.
Yeah, I agree with Jimmy in that regard, but the problem is immediate, and we've got to have an immediate solution.
Arnold Weiner.
The problem is that when you use the words mandatory gun sentences or mandatory sentences at all, it brings to mind all of those mandatory sentences that were unfair to the African-American community. Do it. Give the sentences. Forget the labels.
All right, Nicola Ambrose.
We just discussed all this at the NAACP Town Hall on Criminal Justice. Folks, we have got to do something, and it has to be fixed. People have worked on reducing crime across the nation. Look at best practices and get it done.
All right, folks, good morning. Welcome to Square Off. Brought to you by, now we have a new word, by Pappas Fan Crapstick. How about that? Restaurants serving the delicious fab cakes, Oprah's favorites, shipping all over the country. And by Future Care Health and Vital Strong Rehabilitation, guaranteed to get you or your loved one home faster and much stronger. Go to futurecare.com.
We don't hold accountable those who illegally possess a gun. They, more often than not, illegally possess a gun again. And when they illegally possess a gun again, they're shooting and killing other people.
All right, Kurt Anderson, what are your thoughts about this? We heard you on the radio earlier on C4.
Well, I agree with the police commissioner. Look, we're in a situation right now in Baltimore City where there is, it's like you say, out of control. We're putting into place certain things that are long-term goals with regard to mental health evaluations, better educational systems, cleaning up these neighborhoods. But we've got to do something now to deal specifically with the violence. And somebody who carries a gun, who brings this dangerous instrumentality on the streets of Baltimore, is the person likely to be the person committing these crimes.
Yeah, the word mandatory is my only concern on this. And let me preface that with, I think the mayor and the commissioner and you, sir, all the intentions are right. My concern is innocent people that may have a gun that, as the commissioner said, they're illegally possessing, but it is a legal firearm. All of a sudden, there is no judicial discretion. They're in jail for a year, somebody that may just be trying to defend themselves. My only concern on this, when you get into mandatory sentencing, is innocent people that may not want to do any harm are getting caught up in the dragnet of all this.
The core issue is law enforcement. We're cutting the money to the police departments. The federal government is not participating in the kinds of task forces that they used to, that were aimed at the people who were more likely to be carrying guns, with the gang members. It's an easy thing to pass something in a legislature. It's a lot different once you get on the ground.
But the police are taking the bad guys off the street. That's the frustration. You look at a lot of the trigger pullers right now, and they have a rap sheet, that has 20 convictions on it, and they're 25 years old.
It's the police who are so frustrated that they're catching these guys,
right.
They're taking them in, and they're out on the street the next day. And I would be livid. And then our police force is down, because if the police don't feel the government has their back, or in this case, the Baltimore City government doesn't have their back, why are they going to stay? They're going to go to another jurisdiction, and who's going to apply?
And they are leaving
right.
in large numbers. And I understand there's been a little bump when it comes to recruiting, but in a post-Freddie Gray world, we've seen a mass exodus out of the BPD. And the reality is, not talking about this current administration, but city government did not have the back of the police.
The problem is even bigger than that. People are leaving Baltimore.
Sure.
And even more than that, folks are not coming to Baltimore to either visit or to live. It's because of the violence problem. So we've got to deal with the violence problem before we can get Baltimore's reputation back to the point where somebody wants to bring their family to see a fireworks show,
sure.
or somebody wants to come here to raise their children, send them to Baltimore City schools. As long as we're losing people, we're losing revenue, we're losing tax base. And then we're losing the money, as you say, Jimmy, to even pay police officers or pay teachers a decent salary.
I think you've got it absolutely right, Kurt. The minute you stop attracting people to the city, the city loses large amounts of revenue. The city has a bad reputation. People become used to not being part of the city, and the city then becomes the home of all the people who nobody wants to be living near anyway.
But you need people that voluntarily want to move into the city and not embrace a sanctuary city status and just trying to repopulate the city. You need homeowners, people that have a stake in the city. And I do come back to judicial accountability on this. The analogy I've used in the past, you look at MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving. There was a public outcry to make sure that judges were held accountable. And when they gave light sentencing, you knew who those judges were, and there were people in the courtrooms. And we're not seeing that right now when it comes to crime.
I do want to say that among the 200-plus murder victims was a 97-year-old East Baltimore man, Waddell Tate. Waddell Tate was beaten to death in his Darley Avenue home. Here is what he looked like. He lived there his entire life, and there was forced entry. What a pity.
Just not certain that hell is even enough for this guy or this person who inflicted this type of harm on a 97-year-old.
Who wants to say? What
Was he
can
shot?
you say about this?
No, he was
shot. No, he was beaten to death.
Right. That's
97.
So the violence is a bigger. I understand most murders come at the barrel of a gun. I'm not dismissing that fact, but violence is the problem, not necessarily how that violence is delivered. And that ties into a larger social issue of where we're going as a society, not just limited to Baltimore City, just societally speaking.
Well, the social issue is people need jobs, right? If people had great, fulfilling lives, a good education, and had a job, they wouldn't be out there roaming the street.
That's ridiculous. I've been unemployed in the past. I didn't wake up in the morning and go kill somebody. That is such a cop-out. That's such a cop-out.
No, I'm saying in
but
general.
It's also been the drug economy, because the drug businesses operate through violence. The people who are desperate or who are on the drugs do commit the kinds of crimes that you just saw here.
It's also an even bigger problem, and I think it's the breakdown of the nuclear family.
Thank you.
Not just in the United States, not just in Maryland, but specifically in Baltimore City. And look, we have kids growing up in Baltimore who don't have two parents. Some don't have one parent. They're being raised by grandparents or foster parents, and they don't have the mentors that we had in the
I wish more would say that.